Right now we're reassembling the car, and we're gonna do this super easy brake line tuck that my friend Nikita does on all of his 240s. Pretty simple and cleans up the brake lines, makes it look a lot nicer in the engine bay. Okay, so you're gonna need some 1-inch split braided loom that you can get off Amazon for like 20 bucks, and then either electrical tape or Tesa tape to wrap it incrementally. This right here is the before of how the brake line tucks.
So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that your brake lines are connected to your brake master, and that your clutch line is connected to your clutch master, and all the brake calipers and the clutch slave. So pretty much everything is rigid, so we can move the lines around. And then all we're going to do is we're essentially going to take these lines and we're going to bend them under the slip.
And something to note before doing this is that we've actually covered the firewall and area that we're going to be tucking into with masking tape. And the reason being is just to prevent any scratching from when we're bending this, because a lot of times it's going to make contact and it's fairly easy to scratch paint with a metal line. Fuck, dude. I didn't know it was going to be this aggressive.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive too. So after you have it tucked in, just kind of like bend the lines to make sure they're kind of straight and bundled together. Okay, now that you have it kind of bundled up together, you want to take some zip ties and you're basically going to zip tie the lines to hold them together. So after you essentially tucked it under the lip and you kind of like its placement and you have it zip tied to hold it together, you're going to pull this out from under the lip, and then we're going to wrap it in a braid. So we're going to slip this over. So you mock up the braid and you leave a little bit of room on the ends for taping the braid shut. And you kind of stretch it to make sure that you have it taut, and then you mark where you're going to cut it with a Sharpie. So let's cut it like right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And then you cut it. And then you take a lighter and essentially you just kind of like burn the ends a bit to prevent the braid from fraying and unraveling. What I'll usually do is I'll cut the zip tie off so it doesn't poke through, because I'll be wrapping this with tape anyway, so it doesn't really show. I mean, it's not going to pull apart. Okay, and now I'm just going to wrap the braid together and then onto here to essentially terminate the braid. Go. That's one end terminated. Now what I like to do is I usually put like another one in the middle, just kind of to hold the braid together and prevent it from like unwrapping. I'm going to put another one here in the corner to prevent this from coming apart like that. Okay, and then we just terminate this end over here. There we go. Now that it's all wrapped and taped, we're just going to put it back under the lip to make sure it fits the way we want it before we pull all the tape off. Happy? Mm-hmm. Good, huh?
Yeah, nice.
Way better.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to pull it back out and we're going to take the tape off. Now we tuck it in for the final time. Done.